Hello and welcome to Universal Heritage Television Niger. We are here again with our Matter of Concern program, and in today's edition we have another student from Naiss, Imo State, to respond to some of the issues raised earlier by the Senate President of Naiss, Jacinta Alfred Chinedu, last week. It is something that bordered on leadership. We are going to talk with Comrade Mavis Udechukwu Umuokoro. He is supposed to be the Naiss president. Comrade, you are welcome to our program.
Thank you very much, sir. I am the Naiss national president, sir.
Okay, thank you for the correction. He is the Naiss national president. And you know what that means. It's just like having PMB, Mohamed Buhari around us. And I hope by the time you leave here, you are going to bless us. So there is an issue of leadership that cropped up, and he's here to respond to those issues. My name is Afam H. Please remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, comrades, you were at the center of the issues. We got information that you were impeached due to some irregularities around your office, and we don't know to what extent that is true. The correspondence we had was copied to some security agencies and some government organizations, government bodies. And we felt it is right and very appropriate for you to come and respond to some of the issues so that the Naiss members will actually know the position of things. So the main issue in that statement by the Senate President is that there is interference of the BOT in the running of the school. It is like in the running of Naiss, it is like the Naiss has been hijacked by the BOT, and the issues bordering on finance are not properly treated the way it should go. So you are here to tell us what is actually the position. Are you impeached or you are not impeached?
Good evening, members of the public and my fellow Imo State students and youth at large. First and foremost, I want to make it categorically clear that I, Comrade Umuokoro Mavis Udechukwu, is not impeached. I remain the Naiss national president. The purported impeachment saga going on, to the best of my knowledge, is illegal, and by the grace of God I am here to make some clarifications about that. And as regards to the BOT interference in the management and affairs of Naiss, to the best of my knowledge, that is an allegation that is not proven. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, so if we are not impeached, what were the circumstances that led to what happened?
Okay, the truth of the matter is we had our convention, and the Alfred Chinedu Jacinta never had me as a choice, and when we became, it was very clear for us to work together, but due to reasons I wouldn't know, we have not been able to get ourselves rolling. And to the best of my knowledge, she swore and said a whole lot that she would definitely deal with me and make sure that I don't serve out this 2-year term successfully. And that is what has led to the illegal saga going around.
Yeah, there must be a particular issue. What you made now is just a kind of a sweeping statement that maybe, perhaps, let me use the word, she doesn't like your face, and like what you said, that she didn't want to work with you. But there must be a particular incident that cropped up. You know, the issue of impeachment couldn't just have arisen, and she couldn't just have come to make such a wide allegation if there were nothing.
Okay, sir. To make the record, to set the record straight, from the illegal purported saga going on, she allegedly accused me of a lot. First and foremost, I want to state it categorically that the saga was not carried out by the senators of the two-thirds of the senators of National Association of Imo State Students.
Okay.
When this purported saga came out, the senators, in their wisdom, whom were never aware of the activities going on in the Senate arm came out to make a public display that such activity was illegal because they weren't properly communicated to, and I had to make provision for the document. It was duly signed by over 15 senators, both home and diaspora.
How many senators are you supposed to have?
We'll have, during the convention that brought me on board, we had total registered number of 32 registered chapters. And within the inception of this a year and 8 months, we've had up to additional 21 who has identified with Naiss.
Okay.
And as such, this purported saga that came were carried out with an unannounced sitting that was done. And when this sitting was carried out, to the information we have, there were 7 in number.
7 people that claim they have impeached you.
7 persons that sat on unannounced sitting. And the Senate President, Alfred Jacinta, moved the motion for whatever she said she was doing. And one person stood and told her, no, you shouldn't do this because it has not warranted. He has done nothing. He alleged me of, he alleged a lot that I single-handedly run account of the association, of which it is, as long as the entire Imo State is concerned, is totally false. Because by the informations I have, we have a constitution that states that all deposits shall be made. This is Article 18, Article 18.1. All deposits shall be made to the banks that shall be approved by the Executive Council. And due to some discrepancy when we came on board, no account was handed over to us because the previous administration were having issues of the account. They said it's community account or what, that we, as the new set, should work out our way to have a new account, of which was communicated to the Senate President. But in her wisdom, which is not constitutional, went and opened a separate account for the Senate arm without the consent of the executive, using it to siphon money from the general public. It is, I have an evidence to show you here. This is an account of 89780200014 Bank FCMB named Naiss Senate. As if this is not enough, she had gone deeply to even using her personal account in their various groups to steal funds from the students for whichever activity she wants to do. I am saying it and I'm putting it up to Jacinta. Bring up your evidence to prove to the general world that I have single-handedly been running the finance of the association alone. She purportedly accused me of a lot which are false. I bring it upon her to get the evidence to the general public.
Okay, now let me ask: is it constitutional for her for the Senate arm to open and run?
It is not constitutional. They said all deposits of the association must be made into the association account.
So the Naiss Senate,
they don't have the autonomy to have an independent account.
Okay. Okay. Now, who are the signatories to your account? The account? The
president, the financial secretary, and the treasurer.
And the three persons.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, what is their position on the issue of impeachment?
Of course, they are not in support of the impeachment. They are not in support of whatever illegality activities that have been carried out. As a matter of fact, they have made it clear that they are not in support of it.
Okay, let's go back to the role of the BOT, which is the kernel of the letter, the correspondence that we have. Now, you said what she said about the BOT is false.
To the best of my knowledge, from what I heard, she said, BOT has never interfered in the affairs of running the affairs of the association. Rather, what they do is anytime there are disputes, they come in to make sure there is peace. Take, for instance, when all this saga came out, in their wisdom, they released a memo, which I can show you. I wasn't able to get that. They released a memo advising the both arm, both the executive and the Senate arm, to stay calm, and released under that memo 5-man committee who should look into this saga going on. And even the Jacinta answered the call to the committee that was created to get her evidences against me of the allegations she leveled against me. But to the best of my knowledge up till now, she didn't tender no evidences to prove that yes, all whatever she alleged me of were true, of which I have tendered my evidences to them.
Okay. Now, which is the highest decision-making organ of?
As long as our association is concerned, BOT plays a very major role in calming down the disputes and making a decisive decision for the interest of the association in general.
Yeah, but is it the highest decision-making organ?
Of course, they are automatically the highest decision-making body organ, because when this party is aggrieved, this party is aggrieved, and they call for peace and they call for proper investigation, of course we'll have to listen to them. Our father, they serve like our fathers, you know.
Yeah, but okay, is that to that extent you see it as the highest?
They serve as our fathers.
Yeah, because the Senate President is saying that the BOT even interferes to the extent of handling the resources, the funds from Naiss.
From what
is that correct?
No, that is not true. From what I heard she said during her live show, the program we did for the governor, wishing him happy 2 years anniversary and happy new year, the governor through the chief of staff released the sum of 2 million, and it was going to cause rancor because we waited a long time. You get the point. And when the money was disbursed to these students, it was totally disbursed to each and every student that came there. If I can remember, the sum of 3,000 was given to each student, and they were out in good numbers. So after the disbursement, the Senate President was given the sum of 600,000 out of $1 million that was remaining after disbursement of funds to the students. Me as the national president, what I got was 35,000. So the BOT has never interfered in the financial. How can an association that doesn't have an official account for now, how can the BOT interfere in it?
Yeah, they don't have official account. You said the last administration had issues. Then before the last administration, how were they running the account?
Of course,
this thing that you inherited before then, how were they? Because she claimed very strongly that monies that come from here and there were, let me use a word, captured by the BOT and appropriated, leaving the...
Like I came here with evidences to prove she has been siphoning money for the association through the Senate arm account. If she has an evidence to prove that BOT has been siphoning money that is meant for that, as long as I know, as long as I am the national president of this association, there has never been a kobo sent in anywhere into any account for Naiss. A kobo, a dime, sent in anywhere.
How long have you been in office?
This is about 1 year and 7 months.
So all of the funds that come from outside the student body, like from government, who manages?
Information, sir. I want to clear this air today. I want to make this clear, this clear to the general public. No agency, neither the government, has given Naiss money as an association. What they do is, take for instance, when GCFR was coming to the state, they called and said...
What do you mean by GCFR?
The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
okay.
President Muhammadu Buhari.
Yeah.
They called and asked for mobilization of people to welcome His Excellency.
Okay. And
that is the only avenue money has come into the association, and not the association in quotes, to mobilize students for the arrival of His Excellency. No money has been, rather it is the Senate President who has received money with her personal account for a national program she organized just a few weeks ago at Imo State University. So she should be able to account to the association the money that was given to her to sponsor a national program without the consent of the National Executive Council.
It means before now there has been deep-seated hatred or disagreement among yourselves, because if she is the Senate President and he told us here now that she doesn't have rights constitutionally to run an account, how was she able now to do, because it's an organ of Naiss, how is she able now to organize an activity that attracted funds?
The truth of the matter is, as long as I know, I, Umuokoro know, the constitution of Naiss states that we must promote protect the activities of the sitting government of the day, regardless of whichever political party the government of the day is coming from. Okay. And for the best of my knowledge, Alfred Jacinta has been working against that particular consent in our constitution. The program was...
That's promoting the government of the day.
She has not been promoting the government of the day. Rather, it is the opposition. Because I may let you to know that the program she did was sponsored by two governorship candidate aspirants of the Labour Party. So, if... What is the program?
What is the program that she did?
She purportedly organized Imo State Students Dialogue Reform in Imo State Students Dialogue, Reform Imo in 24 hours.
Okay, what is that supposed to do?
I wouldn't know, because she did not communicate. Before you host or plan any national program for the association, the National Executive Council must be aware. But because we weren't aware, if I get you pictures of the program, they were not up to 30. A national program, that is to show you that she, okay, in the purported whatever she alleged against me, she said I have encroached into her office as the Senate President and its legislative principal officers. And I'm putting it up to her that she has been the one encroaching into the office of the National President and its Executive Council. This is the second, if I'm not mistaken, the third time she goes against the Constitution to organize a national program without our consent.
Okay. Now, without your consent?
Without our consent, without our approval, the National Executive Council. So it's more or less like a fight between the legislative arm and the executive arm.
Okay. Now, when you have issues like this, whom do you draw your attention to?
Of course, the BOT is there too. That is why when this whole saga came out, they said the both arms ceased operation and unleashed committee that should investigate into the matter. I'm telling you that up to now, we have not had an official response from the committee, but actions are flying everywhere. Illegal actions are flying everywhere.
Yeah, but she said the committee that was set up, there was no response coming from the BOT chairman.
She is the Senate President. I have sent a letter to the BOT asking them to actually give us a response and why did it. Because I'm sure maybe they are waiting for her own documents to prove all the allegations, because as long as I know, I have presented mine to the committee.
Okay. Now, you said she doesn't promote the activities of the government of the day. But was she not part of the people that participated in the program that gave you 2 million?
Yes, of course, she was. That was before then the presidential election. She defected to the opposition to promote the opposition. Immediately the presidential election swing into action. And up to date, she is the student coordinator of Labour Party, Imo State.
Okay, you mean the last presidential, this one?
As I'm talking to you now, Alfred Jacinta is the student coordinator of Labour Party, Imo State. Someone who knows the interests of the constitutional provision for such act.
Okay, so what is the way forward in your own thinking? What is the way forward to resolve this impasse?
The truth of the matter is, I want to advise her. This is not the time to cause rancor and issues in our beloved state. By the grace of God, His Excellency has done wonderfully well to bring calm to the state. And this is not the avenue for any issues or dust to be raised. I advise her to redress her steps before it is too late. There are relevant bodies that have come in to look into the matter, like the BOT.
Okay, outside the BOT, which other body?
As long as this association is concerned, BOT remains the only dispute resolution body.
Yeah, and that is what in your own thinking makes it the highest decision making.
Not in my own thinking, it is what it is.
The highest decision. So they make decision for Naiss.
Over dispute issues.
Okay, on dispute
resolutions.
Okay. What actually is supposed to be the responsibility of BOT?
Of course, I've told you they play a fatherly role to these offsprings they have. They play a fatherly role to these offsprings they have bred.
Have you approached her personally, you know, by way of dialogue or writing her to say, okay, what are the issues? Come, let us resolve. Have you taken
I expected the Senate President Alfred Jacinta to be civil and law-abiding. when the BOT came in, that was at the point of dispute resolution.
Okay.
6 actions. The copy is over there. 6 actions while this committee, as a matter of fact, the committee has not finally released their official resolution recommendation after their investigation.
The committee that was set up.
That was set up. So the investigation, as long as I know, is still ongoing. So even before now, you would see the actions from Alfred Jacinta going against the constitution and the provision of our constitution. To be calm and wait for the BOT committee to give their recommendation to the issues.
How long are you supposed to be in office?
2 years.
Okay. And you are doing 1 year plus.
Well, as a matter of fact, we'll have about 4 months in office to stay now.
And does the constitution allow you to run again? For you to present yourself again as a Naiss president? Can you go twice?
The constitution did not make provision for that.
Okay.
The constitution did not make provision for that.
Now, the members of the Senate, the executive of the Senate arm, what is their position on this matter? The
executive?
What I mean is, Jacinta is the Senate president.
Okay.
She's running the Senate with other members.
Okay.
So you must have a secretary, must have a
chief whip and
chief, all of those things.
Okay.
So what is their position in respect of the crisis?
Let me inform you, sir.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll have over 57 registered chapters as long as.
And each chapter presents a senator.
A senator.
Okay.
Now, I want to let you know that these purported activities are carried out by only 4 individuals who are no longer students. Chiziteri of the senator of Futu, whose tenure has expired since 2019. Tony Imsu,
somebody who has left school since 2019.
His tenure as the chapter senator representing, he was a senator because before you be a principal officer of the legislative arm, you must be a serving senator of your school.
Okay.
So as of 2019, Chiziteri's tenure has expired. Imsu, the senator representing Imo State University, Tony, his tenure has expired. The chief whip and the clerk, of which I have notified the Senate president to please direct these your officers to do elections and bring on board new officers who will pilot the affairs of the legislative arm. But because of her quest to hunt and dent my future and my political career, she never heeds to that advice. And that is why even when the BOT gave a stance to wait while we make investigation, she didn't see need to be patient. She swung into actions and started doing all illegality.
Okay. So, final word, do you have anything more to tell your members?
The truth of the matter is I urge all Imo State students and youths in general to be calm because the association I know, National Association of Imo State Students, is united. No president has been impeached. As long as I know, I am the national president of all Imo State students. I urge you all to be calm. By the grace of God, we'll see to the end of the matter.
Thank you for coming to our program.
God bless you.
Yeah, viewers, you have heard it all from Comrade Mavis Umuokoro, the Naiss president, and he has tried to put a light to some of the allegations raised by the Senate president. Well, we don't know who to believe. I believe that the BOT, we expect that the BOT, who is at the center of the storm, should take steps quickly to resolve whatever is the challenge so that the student body can remain on one page. On this note, we call it a wrap. My name again is Afam Echi. Please remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube platform.